Just because we're at level 3 lockdown doesn't mean that work-related stress goes away.
Stress it's a weird thing. It's like hunger or thirst. Stress is the same thing. The whole idea about stress is to prepare you to work, to be at your best. So if you imagine that we were out in the savannah when the stress reactions evolved, something happened out there, and it could be a wild animal that was coming towards you or a tribe. You'd have to protect yourself. You want to be thinking at your absolute best. So the chemicals that are released in the brain initially make you think better, make you remember better, just give you more options. When we continue to run stress, it doesn't get the chance to go back to normal. And if you do that, then you damage your brain, you damage your heart, you stop people thinking properly. In fact, the brain separates the bit that does the planning from the bit that holds your memory. So you can't remember the things that you need to know in order to plan well. That's when people have breakdowns, and it can be mental breakdowns, or it can be an absolute physical breakdown. From an organisational perspective, the worst thing that happens is you get people failing to turn up to work, you get people who are off work for long periods of time. And then in our stressed environments, there's no capacity to cover for that. So now you put the stress on the people that are remaining, and you can get into a complete cycle of downwards. Well, now I'm stressed, so I'm going to take time off. Quite often now we get organisations coming and asking us for resilience training. Now, as a psychologist, the definition of the resilience that we use is the ability to bounce back from trauma. And so what organisations are basically saying to us is, can you come and teach our people to be able to bounce back from trauma? Now, the only reason they'd want us to do that is that if they want to traumatise their people and then wait for them to be bounced back, that seems to me the completely wrong position for an organisation to take. So I think the responsibility is at the hands of the organisations and the leadership to say, at what point is this too much for people? And I would say that one of the most underestimated and maybe forgotten skills in leadership is the ability to prioritise. How can our leaders help us to prioritise better so that we have enough to do and we can do it well?
The party continues with Gautrain celebrating 10 years of service excellence with a performance from African Footprint.
Night has gone, the day's begun. Look into the morning sun.
Bet on high, heroes calling you. Where you from? Where you going to?
Where you from? Where you going to? Hear the wind, the river flow.
We will rise and we will grow. Bet on high, flying free.
Where you from? Where you going to?
What it is to be.
Oh, like a bird